Okay guys, if you didn't know, I'm here at NAB, which is the National Association of Broadcasters, where they launch a bunch of cameras and radio equipment and all this other fun stuff. But I was just going from event to event, doing my thing, and all of a sudden, Blackmagic, a company that makes really awesome cameras for a lot less money, just launched a camera that I've literally been waiting for over 3 years. It's called the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, and it's the sequel to the Blackmagic Pocket Camera that came out in like 2013. It's been that long. Now, I plan to actually film some things and take a lot of photos at the show tomorrow, just because it's a little less crazy for all the people that are exhibiting there for me to do that on day 2 instead of day 1, but I had to get footage of this camera. So, without my tripod, I tried the best I could. It's a little down and dirty, I apologize. As is this shot, in case you didn't know, I'm in a hotel hallway. Try to ignore that. Now, if you're not familiar with Blackmagic, check out the link beneath this video to my article that I wrote really quick, just kind of explaining why I'm excited about this camera, why I've been a fan of Blackmagic for a long time, and why it's taken them so long to make this camera. And yeah, check that out. It's something you should definitely read, because otherwise you're not going to have as good of a context of all this. But with that said, here are the specs. First up, the camera's going to be able to shoot in 4K, DCI, as well as UHD, up to 60 frames per second. It'll shoot 1080p in up to 120 frames per second for some slow-mo. The ISO has a 25,600 max with dual native values at 400 and 3200. It is reportedly going to have 13 stops of dynamic range. It's probably talking about shooting in RAW for that, but it'll be close without. It does obviously shoot in RAW format as well as ProRes, both in 4K. Time-lapse, it can do 1 frame per 10 minutes as the highest, but it can do anything up to that. It records internally to an SD card or a CFast card. It can actually record to both without needing to take them out. It has 2 different slots. It can also record in HDR. It has a built-in set of microphones for recording stereo sound, a full-sized HDMI, Bluetooth, and it even has a USB-C port that allows you to charge the camera as well as record directly to an external SSD. Think like the Samsung T5, for example. It has a micro Four Thirds sensor and mount, which honestly I was slightly disappointed by, but considering what they've been able to do with the Super 35 sized sensor in my Blackmagic Ursa Mini 4.6K, I'm gonna at least be optimistic. Now, they're currently testing speed boosters, which are the things that allow you to use lenses meant for larger sensors. So there will definitely be some, but they're just not sure yet from who, how they're gonna work, what they're gonna cost, etc. One thing that's interesting, it does have an XLR mini in for lossless audio, not a full XLR, but gonna do the job. It has a 5-inch touchscreen on the back, and thankfully, it is running the newer firmware, which I can personally tell you makes a huge difference when operating any Blackmagic camera. My Ursa Mini 4.6K, for example, is much more intuitive and easier to use now that it has that update with built-in 3D LUTs, which this camera will also have, etc. It has a removable LP6 battery, and battery life, I'm told, is a little over an hour, which obviously isn't great. So a better battery solution will be needed for a lot of people, I imagine. But here's the kicker. The price is $1,295, and it will be available sometime in September. There are some retailers that are actually accepting pre-orders already. I've put a link down below for one of them that I recommend. If you guys are interested, you can check that out. Now, the big deal with this camera is going to be the quality of the image. Now, Blackmagic is just kind of known for having this. They've sometimes been called the poor man's red camera, which might sound like a bad thing, but they've sold a lot of cameras, so I think they don't care that much. But it does. It has insane quality, and it's often compared to those much larger, much more expensive cameras. My Blackmagic Ursa Mini 4.6K, for example, is about $5,000, and it's often compared, go ahead and Google it, to red cinema cameras that cost $50,000. So, needless to say, I'm a little excited, I'm hopeful. With their other cameras, like for example the original Pocket Cinema Camera, I actually owned it. I ended up selling it shortly after. The image quality was amazing, but it had a lot of other faults that I just couldn't get past. So, hopefully, this has solved a lot of those, and if they're willing to send me one, hi Blackmagic. I'm a fan, clearly. Hook it up. I would love to test it out before it's released or around when it is released, and let you guys know, compare it to all the other prosumer cameras that we're used to seeing to produce content here on YouTube and other places, and yeah, put it through the paces. There you guys, a real quick hands-on. I rushed back to the hotel to try to film this for you guys, so I hope you guys appreciate it. Let me know if you did like this video, what do you guys think about the camera, about me doing these quick little hands-ons when I'm at these events. Trying to do more of them, but it just takes me a long time. But let me know. Otherwise, if you like this video, please thumbs up it or share it. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you really like the video, subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to tap the bell next to the word subscribe so you get notified of when I do new videos. As always, though, regardless, thanks for watching.